Hi, it's Adam Ostogle here from Illuminate Education. I'm going to quickly take you through some tips and tricks on how to make the most out of your spreadsheet editor. I've got Google Sheets here open in front of me with the template downloaded from the Team Resource Guide. But the tips I'm going to show you are the same on Microsoft Excel, on Mac's Numbers program, and a number of other spreadsheet editors. So these will help you save a lot of time and make the most out of these platforms. And for those eagle-eyed teams, you would have noticed the rubrics do discuss using formulas. But as I said, first and foremost, this is just going to save you time. So I'll take you through some stuff. You'll see down the bottom that there's actually a lot of titles down there, and you're going, wait a minute, what do I need them for? Because some of them I recognize and some of them I don't. We put all of the financial templates that we use across the different versions of the challenge here in this one document. It means that there'll be some here that are irrelevant for you. The simplest thing to do is, wait a minute, I don't need a cash flow forecast, for example. I can right click on the title and go up to delete and get rid of that. So then I don't see it ever again and don't get confused and think I still need to work on it. It means that when I send it to the judges will get a version of the document that only has the things that I filled in. So that makes it really, really easy. As you can see, when you right click, you can rename and you can do a whole heap of other things as well. Let me get into the profit and loss statement and show you some of the stuff you can actually do inside the cells as well. So I've got my second category of sales here. I'm going to put some numbers in to make it really easy to start to work out how much I'm selling. So you can see I'm adding up, this is great, but over here at my end of financial year total, I actually don't know what the total is I'm making for my financial year. So I'm going to go through and put a sum formula. It's the first thing I want to show you. So equals SUM means that I will then add up all the values within two square brackets. So I could choose and put some numbers in, or I can choose the cells, which is what is ideal to do because then it'll grab the numbers from other spots in your spreadsheet. I can just select those four and it could add up all of those, but I'm probably going to put some more numbers in. So it's important to go all the way through to the end and put the end bracket on. It means that now any number in that area will automatically add up. So my team gives me my January sales and says, oh, we're going to make $1,500 worth of sales in January. There it is there. I enter it and it automatically updates down the end here, which makes my life easier. That's the sum formula. It just adds up everything that's in a certain section or a certain area. The next thing I want to show you is some of the basic calculations you can do. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So addition is a plus sign. Minus sign is obviously subtraction, the shift 8, the asterisk is multiplication, and the slash is divide. And that means then you can do basic arithmetic in your spreadsheet and use numbers that are in here already. So I could turn around and go, you know what, I'm going to sell my items out at $1, but I'm going to buy them in 50 cents. So I'm going to buy them in for half as much as I sell them for. So I can turn around and go, but I actually want to buy them the month in advance, so I know I have the stock ready to sell. So I'm going to buy my items in December to sell them in January. That's $1,500, but I'm only buying them in at half the price, so I divide it by 2, $750 easy. Because half of $1,500 is $750. The reason that I've done that now, it means that when my team turns around and says, actually, we're going to make more sales in January, so I have to upgrade that to $2,200 because that's what I calculated. I can go through and hit enter, and not only will this add up, it'll also update this based on those numbers. So it always refers back to that. It means that when you change numbers, the right numbers change. So all the references are right, rather than having to go back through and go, okay, when I did that, what does it mean I have to change over here? So that's basic arithmetic, multiplication, division, subtraction, addition. Now, one of the other things that I have seen teams do is put the same number in repeatedly and go through and copy and paste or just type them in like that. There is a much easier way to do it, and there's two reasons why you do it. One, obviously just putting the same number in. The simplest thing to do is to grab that little square on the bottom right hand corner, you get the special cursor and you click and you drag and you just fill in the gaps and bang, it's all there. It means that if there's a number there, it'll grab it. But the other thing is here, I've got a formula. So I'll actually copy the formula out, and it's referencing that's going over and up, and it's grabbing the number from there. So if I drag this back, it's actually going to do the same thing back here. It's going to go, this number here is over and up here divided by 2. Really easy way to do it. So that's how you can drag and drop. You can make sure the same things fill in all the gaps. And the last thing I want to show is probably a little bit more complex, but I think it's really useful to do. You can insert extra rows. So I can go through and go insert, select some rows, and then you can see insert 3 above or insert rows. I'm going to go through and go put a customers here, and I'm going to put a price here. I'm going to say I'm going to sell, have 1,100 customers here, and I'm going to actually upgrade my price to $2. So it means that I could go through here and go my customers multiplied by my price and go through and do that. and for example choose to do that, and my team might turn around and go, actually we're going to have 1,500 customers here, and you can start to make these numbers and edit them and then actually updates what's going on down here, because that might just be a decision of your team. How many customers are we going to have? You try and calculate some things out. It means that you should never actually have multiplication or addition or subtraction going on your calculator or spare sheet of paper. You should be able to do it all in here, because it means if you make a change you can easily edit. Now I've made those changes, I'm ready to send this into my judges. I can actually go through and you can hide. You can actually hide pieces of calculations that are still important but you don't want the judges to see. So I can go through and I can go right click and I can choose to hide some rows. You can see they're not there. Now if I look down the left hand side I can see the numbers are skipped, but it means that they're still there, and this number is always still going to come from that same spot. So that's a really easy way for you to forecast your customers. You might go through and work out how much they're going to spend, how many customers we're going to have, and we'll calculate it out. The number will automatically work out for you. So that's how you can do sum functions, basic arithmetic, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. You can drag numbers and formulas, and also you can add components in, do some calculations and then hide them so that all of your numbers are on your spreadsheet. You should not need to use a calculator if you're using your spreadsheet really, really well. You shouldn't need other pieces of working paper and things like that, because you can all do it in here, and that means then your formulas are correct, you copy the numbers across and things reference back and forth to each other. Good luck teams with your spreadsheets. I can't wait to see what you send through, and I know that once you get a handle on these things, it will save you so much time in preparing and updating your financial tables.